Welcome in. Hope you had a great 4th of July weekend. Thanks for joining us for the WHHI Daily News, where we strive to bring you more Lowcountry news more often. I'm Bob Stevens. We've all seen the immigration stories over the last few months, but do you know where Beaufort County figures in all the enforcement controversy? Sheriff P.J. Tanner is expected to answer that question and others Tuesday at 5 at the Sheriff's Office headquarters in Beaufort with some members of the Beaufort County Council on hand. You are invited as well. Earlier in the year, Tanner did apply to form a task force locally with ICE, part of its 287G program, to conduct more immigration enforcement. Under that model, ICE would provide more training and resources that would allow local officers to help enforce immigration laws. Now, sharks get all the attention, but something more quiet has proven to be more deadly. A third visitor to our Lowcountry has drowned in the past week in our offshore waters, the victim of rip currents. 38-year-old Paul Peters of Indian Trail, North Carolina, was pulled from the waters off Hunting Island Beach while saving his child, who was swept out by the currents on the 4th of July. 2 Georgia visitors in their 60s died last week off Hunting Island and off Coligny Beach, swept up by rip currents offshore. You know, we've just celebrated Independence Day, but we are more dependent than ever now on keeping our jobs these days, with prices still rising faster than wages. The financial tech company Smart Asset says a single adult in South Carolina needs a $92,000 income to live comfortably, with a family of 4 needing over $200,000 a year to cover cost increases of 25% on food and 67% on housing since 2019, just before COVID. The study says individuals in the state need a $6,000 raise in the last year to cover increased costs. Families of 4 needed just over $10,000 more. Yet, South Carolina is still one of only 5 states that does not have a minimum wage higher than the $7.25 federal minimum wage. The average annual income nationwide, by the way, just under $62,000 a year. And any of you who ran in one of those 4th of July 5 or 10K runs might take a look at the map of Jay Gibson's home on Ladies Island. The 45-year-old has now run a marathon that's over 26 miles in all 50 states. His last marathon state was Lexington, Kentucky in April. He was given bib number 50 before the race. His first marathon back in 2005 in Memphis. Now, that's 1,300 miles worth of races alone. Gibson says he has a distinct memory of each race, whether it be through a Civil War battlefield in Georgia, to the Las Vegas Strip in the middle of the night, to both ends of the Mississippi River. And then there was the race up Pikes Peak in Colorado, where he proposed to his girlfriend Cindy before a half marathon, gave her the length of the race to say yes. She did 21 years ago. Gibson's been working in sports medicine and injury prevention at the Parris Island Recruit Depot since 2008, using all of that running as motivation for new Marines. For more details on these stories and other Lowcountry news, we invite you to visit the sources listed on your screen. Still plenty ahead on the WHHI Daily News. We're going to get an update on the Boys and Girls Club activities over this summer. We'll get you a head start on the fall at the Hilton Head Island Rec Center. And we'll talk business with Charlie Clark of the Hilton Head Bluffton Chamber of Commerce. It's all next on the WHHI Daily News.